Oh, well, actually, speaking of Miles Morales, he's continuing on
Yes.
in the Marvel Universe. I
Yes.
suppose the question is, because he used to be in the Ultimate Universe, he's now in the main Marvel Universe, what I'm assuming is the main Marvel Universe. What happens to his supporting cast? They're so integral to him.
It's a crazy thing, isn't it? Anything could happen at the end of Secret Wars.
Okay.
But, Brian and Sarah Pichelli, the artist who, originated the design for Miles, are both coming over to do the new series. We've talked with them, and we kind of, I think, have an understanding as to what makes that character and that world of his function and work. And so we're not going to leave him, divorced from the things that make him the Miles Morales and make him the Spider-Man that he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too specific beyond that because, there's still Secret Wars issues and so forth. But all of your questions will be easily answered, and all of your fears allayed very, very quickly when we move into the new book.
Sure. And because you guys are making Miles and Peter coexist, is that what has you so excited for the potential of them possibly being together in a movie?
Well, for me, it's all about publishing.
Sure.
The movies, can't wait to see them, but they don't listen to me anyway. The most important thing is we put out
He
comic
yells
books.
at the screen constantly,
Exactly.
and they don't change.
Ignore my notes on the screenplays, where's the Black Panther? But anyway, long and short of it is it's fun. I think that what's exciting to me is that, a few years ago, we announced Miles Morales, and the internet went crazy. And if we'd believed him, this guy would have been a flop. But if people have embraced him, people have embraced Kamala Khan, the new Ms. Marvel. They've embraced the new Female Thor. It's an exciting period of diversity in publishing where it's really the world outside your window that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and all the rest of those guys pioneered. So I'm very excited. And, like I said, the most exciting thing to me is seeing Miles. How can he coexist with Peter? What are the stories ahead?
Sure. Also, while we're talking about Spider-Man, Peter Parker, very different status quo. He's using Parker Industries and to be sort of a globe-spanning superhero while Miles stays at home to defend the streets. So what can you say about the new direction and the Alex Ross redesign?
Yeah. Alex Ross redesign. Nothing bad about that.
Yeah,
I think this is just the next stage of the kind of thing that Dan Slott's been doing all through his run on Spidey, which is kind of pushing that character into places and into directions that you might not have thought of, and finding a way to still make them Spider-Man stories. Again, if we went by the internet reaction or the initial reaction, Superior Spider-Man would have been the biggest flop that we had, and instead it was a book that people just embraced, and by the time, particularly by the time it was over, even all the people that hated it at the beginning all kind of came out and went, yeah, that was pretty good, it was all right.
Well, they yelled at us for bringing Peter back.
Yeah. So I think this is the same kind of thing. It sounds on the surface of it like, that's crazy. That's not Spider-Man. That's not Peter Parker. That will never work. And that's kind of what's exciting about it. These are going to be Spider-Man stories that you haven't quite seen before, but they're going to be very much Spider-Man stories in the way that Dan and, in this case, Giuseppe Camuncoli have brought you in the past. So I think there's a lot of confidence there, hopefully, that people can have in that creative team. And it's a nice Alex Ross design. It's always cool to get Alex involved in stuff. And
for sure.
He's going to be doing covers. So it'll be a good-looking book. It's something.
Honestly, who are we to judge Dan Slott at this? Just get out of that guy's
He knows
way.
what he's talking about.
It's like, give Jordan the ball.
Yeah.
Give Jordan the ball.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
Thanks a lot for having us up.
Stay tuned. We still have a little bit more to show you from day 2 of IGN Live from Comic-Con right after this.
IGN Live at Comic-Con is presented by the all-new LG G4. See the great, feel the great. And Marvel's Ant-Man, in theaters July 17th.